In this sequence, I'm playing a close guard position with my left arm grabbing the tricep and my right arm grabbing a cross grip on the sleeve. What I want to do now is use my hips to bring her posture down and initiate a sweep from the close guard. Right here, I'm able to break the posture down, and what I do now is feed the lapel out with my left arm, grab it with my right hand, and use it to bring her arm across the center line, as you can see here. Now that the arm is across the center line, I'm going to hip out and trap the arm and reach for the lat. Now I'm going to start to lift my head up and try to get a pendulum sweep. Right here is the position where I'm able to try to initiate the sweep. What I'm going to do now is dive my hand under, but she's able to post and stop me from getting the full-on pendulum sweep. Now what I can do is I still have the close guard position, but my right arm is under her leg. I'm going to use my left arm to grab a cross grip and push her to the side, taking that leg out and coming up on top for the mount position from the close guard. Right here, I'm going to start solidifying the mount, bringing my leg down. In this sequence, I'm playing a close guard position, and what I'm going to do is take my left arm and grab the back of my opponent's tricep in an attempt to get his arm across the center line. What I'm going to do now is use a 2-on-1 grip and use my hips to get his arm across the center line. I'm going to hip up and bring his arm across. As you can see here, his arm is squarely across the center line, and I can start initiating the sweep that I want to do. From here, what I'm going to do is grab the lat, and I'm going to initiate a pendulum sweep, getting into the mount position, scoring the sweep points and the mount points. In this no-gi sequence, I'm playing a close guard position against an opponent that's bigger. What I'm doing is trying to elicit the response of him putting his arms into my shoulders by keeping my arms above my head. What I want to do in that position is isolate one of the arms and start attacking. My opponent is going to try to force open the close guard by putting one of his arms into my thigh. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start attacking the arm and starting to sit up, trying to get one arm across the center line. What I decide to do here is isolate an arm and start going for an armbar position. My opponent is going to step up his right leg, and when he does, I'm going to underhook it and get the pendulum sweep, getting into the mount position and scoring the points for the sweep and the mount. Here's another close guard pendulum sweep. I'm able to grab the lat, trap the arm, and get the pendulum sweep, getting into the mount position and immediately starting the attack. Here is another close guard sequence where I'm trying to feed the lapel out and use it to trap my opponent's left arm and bring it across the center line. Here I'm feeding the lapel out, taking my time because I'm in a close guard and their posture is semi-broken. When I finally get the lapel out, I'm going to use my right arm and grab the sleeve and try to bring the arm over. What I'm going to do here is decide I'm going to switch my grips and try to get a flower sweep. So here I switch the grips to my right hand, grab the pant leg, and initiate the flower sweep, coming up for the 2 points and setting myself up for a passing position. In this close guard sequence from a no-gi sparring perspective, what I'm doing is bringing my arms to the inside to stop him from controlling my wrist, and I want to set up a position where I can bring his arm across the center line. I bring my knees to my chest to break his posture, and I immediately start attacking the right arm, using a 2-on-1 grip to bring that arm across the center line to set up a submission or sweep attempt. What he's going to do is he's going to be able to free that right arm and step up to try to pass the guard. But what I'm able to do from this position is hit one of my favorite sweeps, the muscle sweep, by underhooking his leg, scooping it out, and hipping into him. I ride the momentum up, and when he turns, I float above him, getting into a back-taking position. In this final close guard sequence, my opponent is doing a very good job of trying to open my close guard by sitting his knees into my tailbone and sitting his hips back. What I'm going to do is keep my close guard closed by arching my back and then put my feet into his hips and come up on top for the sweep. The sweeps featured in this video are by no means a comprehensive guide to all the things that can be done from close guard. This is more of an introduction to the guard and showing how dynamic and how powerful the guard can be.